presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Andy in Boulder, Colorado. Hey, Andy, what's going on, brother?
Not much, Tom. How you doing?
I'm great, man. Yourself?
Pretty good. Hey, congratulations on the grandbaby.
Yes, thank you. I know. Tommy just sent me a picture. I mean, it's gorgeous out right now. He just was taking him out for his first walk this morning.
All right.
He's growling and prowling already.
Yeah, I bet.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We have 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Always do your best. Express your own divinity. You don't need the acceptance of others. You don't need knowledge or great philosophical concepts. You have the right to be you and express your own divinity by being alive, loving yourself, and loving others. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 82, NASDAQ off 159, S&P's off 21, gold contract up $5.70, trading at $18.10 an ounce. You got silver down 14 cents, $20.46 an ounce. Light sweet crude, flat, $90.58 a barrel. Notes and bonds. The 10-year note, down 12 ticks, trading 119.15. 30-year off 7 at 142.11. And King Dollar. King Dollar's down 50 ticks, 106.386. The number to keep your eye on in the dollar, folks, is 106.752. You get the, where are you hiding now? I thought I had this straightened out. We get the euro out here at a price point of 101. The pound's at 120, and the yen is at 135 to $1 US. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, this is going to be pretty cool watching this shakeout, because check this out. I'm going to put this up, just an intraday, just basically a line chart. But what you're going to see here is that the S&P, this is the future, has been trying to get by this downtrend, okay? Now, we have volume each time we've hit this line, but it hasn't been able to make it, man. And when you set up where the strength is still at the top. You can see this. You see that expansion of volume in the last 10 minutes? That was 27,000 contracts. The prior one, they had 21,000. Now, the prior one there couldn't make it probably with 37,000. Then we had 76,000. My take is that we're going to bust through here coming into the close. So this is going to get really interesting. Why? Because when you look at the daily, right? Now let's bring this to the daily. What you're going to see on the daily, this is a pullback with dramatically lighter volume. So, we get the CPI tomorrow. Bottom line, you're pulling back. You don't have sellers. You're at 32 million shares traded. You're going at the 56 million. That's in the SPY. We go take a look at the NDX 100, the 3Qs. 3Qs right now, get 31 million shares traded. That 31 is going into 53. So we'll do like 44, more than likely. And, of course, what ended up happening yesterday is that we went higher with 44 million. Now, let's just go to the dollar and cut to the chase, man, because the dollar is the name of the game. So dollar right now, bottom line, it's making its way back. It had a low today of 105.969, rejected lower price. It's hanging kind of, not kind of. It's definitely hanging once again that it wants to try to get up above this 106.792. That's the crucial area, folks. That's the bottom line. What we had done on Friday, you got above it, closed below it. Yesterday, you got above it, closed below it. Today, just the opposite. You went lower, and they rejected lower price. So that's telling me it's going to try to get into that once again. Gold. We go into the gold contract. We look at the gold contract. Now, we get an expansion of volume from yesterday. I'd like to see a lot more volume. When gold wants to go topside, you normally get 178,000 to 225 in the contract volume. Right now, you only get 114,000. It's peeking its head over last Thursday and Friday, but the bottom line is that it needs more volume in a monster way. If we look at the higher volume inside the NDX 100. What's moving it? You got Vertex is up 1.6%. You got AstraZeneca up 1.4. XL is up 1.2. And Kraft Heinz is up 1.2. Taken away from it. AMAT's down 8%. You get Lam Research down 8%. Marvel's off 7.8%. You get Zoom down 7.3%. So you get some big numbers out here. Let's go to AMAT for a second. So we look at AMAT. Let's see how this baby's set up. Whoa. Okay, so you get a gap down. It's trying to get into the higher range. You're gapping down right there. What is that? 96. 96, and we're trading low as 97. Yeah, this can get to 96 pretty easy, no doubt. Let's go take a look inside the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness out here. We have point-wise, this is what we have. The Dow's down 85 right now, putting positive points into it. You get United Health putting 23, Big Mac 16, Travelers 15, Microsoft 10. Taken away from it. Salesforce minus 52. You get Home Depot minus 41. Nike is minus 26, and you get IBM minus 21. Well, some of the higher volume equities that we have out here, and this is going to be a light volume day. You have Intel is down 78 cents. You got Microsoft up $1.68. Chevron's up $1.40. Visa is down $3.14. Amgen is up $1.52. And let's go take a look at a couple of the big dogs. We got Amazon. There she is. Amazon right now is trading down $1.85. Is Disney out today? Is it? Let's see. 10th is that? No, it's 10th tomorrow. So Disney's down 139, trading 107, 325. Same thing with Disney. Disney went higher yesterday with volume. Look at this. Yeah, Disney's a small ABC up. This is a small ABC up, man. Yeah, Disney's going to come out with good numbers. So Disney yesterday did volume with 13 million. They're pulling back with 5. That 5 is pulling back into 11. And if we take a look at this, how would we set this up? Yeah, that's 109.70. Oh, this is a good ABC up, man. Hold it. 109.70. Yeah. That's $9. That gets you 115. You're at 107. That's an ABC structure up to 115. So that's not a bad situation. The last time with volume on the way down was 120. Well, yeah, let's look at that one. That's 105. The next one's 128, I think. Yeah, 124 would be the next one. So there's some juice there. We'll see whether it gets some follow through. Chip sector, the SMHs, that's getting smoked out here in a big way. There's no doubt. And what does happen, there's no doubt, man. Where the SMHs go, that's where the market wants to go. So this is going to get interesting watching this shake out. It's down 981 right now, trading at 229. And we take a look at this. And this is down on volume, man. This is definitely down on volume. So, oh, this is interesting, though. It hadn't... So check this out. It hasn't hit the bottom of sign of strength yet. Excuse me, folks. The bottom of the sign of strength is 225.42. If this is it, that's going to be interesting, man, because the individual equities have got toasted. No doubt about that. But that hasn't made it to the bottom of the strength yet. Stay right there, folks. Come back with our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Of booming inflation, where your purchasing power is eroded, there's no better place to protect your hard-earned money than in gold. Vista Gold's flagship asset is the Mount Todd Gold Project in the Northern Territory of Australia. This is Australia's largest undeveloped gold project. We are talking a world-class gold project in a Tier 1 mining district. This is a large-scale, low-cost project with significant existing infrastructure in a politically safe and friendly mining jurisdiction. Vista Gold just completed the Mount Todd feasibility study, which resulted in a 7 million ounce gold reserve and a 16-year mine life. All of this, combined with the approvals of all major operational as well as environmental permits. This distinguishes Mount Todd as an attractive, de-risk partner, ready development stage gold project. Vista Gold trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol VGZ.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 80. We get the NASDAQ off 146. S&Ps are off 18.5. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday at 20 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, Basil has an outstanding show here every trading day, 10 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. Also, it's a great newsletter. But right now, we're going to talk about his live webinar. He's got a live webinar tomorrow. It's going to go from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's going to be a live webinar. The webinar is only $295. Now, what you get with this webinar, folks, you're not only going to get a great webinar that's archived, so you can listen to it as many times as you want. You're going to get his newsletter for a full month also. And Basil has a huge amount of archives, so you really understand how to ride that wave each and every day. We're going to get our man right now, Mr. Basil Chapman, to tell us all about it. What's going on, Basil?
Hi, Tom. How are you doing there?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Very good. So you were talking about the Chapman wave methodology. So I thought I'd just make this as simple as possible. Basically, I try to identify the lowest low bar, and I count each successively higher peak. And each successively higher peak is alphabetized alphabetically in sequence, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There's never an H. It's a D that other things can happen. The other thing is that I'm always looking just at three patterns: straight up, straight down, cup formation, arch formation, or a mix of the two. Here it is. This is the 1 and 3. This is straight down. It makes an arch formation. And if it fails at a peak A or a B, it can go below that left side low and looks like a lowercase h. It's red because it could go down much more. And the reverse Y is when it takes out the left side high. So we're looking at three chart patterns, and we're looking at identifying a low and then going at least 4 peaks higher. Let me show you the real thing. This is the proof of the pudding right here. This is the Dow chart. We went from a buy signal right at the low on the 17th. A couple of times we've been long. Well, we've been along the diamonds a lot. We still long the diamonds, and it went to where? It went to that little doji candle peak D. That was the objective. But I said, let's see if we can get to the left side high of 33,272 made in early June. Yesterday we went to 33,109 in leg E, the little doji candle. So I'm anticipating some kind of a digestive phase here. It's the same thing in the S&P. Look, here's the S&P. It made a peak E. If there's no new high today, which it's a little too late to get there. So there it is, right on the 200-period moving average. And I talk about the 200-period moving average when it comes into focus. If I don't need it at all. And in many of our positions that we have Let me just show you something very interesting.
I like how
here.
that's sitting there like that, man.
Yeah, and
so,
look out.
folks, and just to understand something, right? It's so cool when Basil does a live workshop because this is the market's live. So when he's doing his waves, you're going to see them, whether it's a minute, 10 minute, 30 minute. And you can do these on daily, so it just
you can do these
now
on 1 minute chart. You talk about the 200 period moving average. Look how important it is. This is the 1 minute chart, and look how long we've been oscillating above and below since it went to that peak E, and it couldn't get through. That was at 13.2. That's 1:20 this afternoon Eastern time. Look how important. There's that peak D. I talk about the fourth highest peak. It pulls back. There's this peak C1, C2. I also drew in. I did this morning, actually. Look, there's the 200 period moving average. It's like a magnet. And I talk about these magnet lines this morning in my show. I said, look, here's a naked chart of Apple. I said, well, now it's got the drawings. I said, the way I'm going to teach this and the way I love doing it is we take the blank chart and I say, what's the most visual thing? Well, there was this cup formation. And if you were over here, you would have been able to say, you know what, it looks to me like this could be a low, and I draw the, this is called the plumb line that says there should be the same number of bars on the left to the same number of bars on the right, and lo and behold, what did we do?
Look at how pretty that is.
We went right there to the doji candle peak D on Apple, and there's a technique that is only available in the Chapman wave methodology where you get to a peak D if within 3 bars, there's another new high. You can get what's called the Chapman wave instant restart, which takes you to another 4 higher peaks, and there it is. And here's Apple. So this is, you can't get anything simpler than this.
That symmetry is insane, man. It is insane. I know.
How does the market know to do these symmetry? Look at how does the market know to take a trend line and treat it as resistance? And look, this is over weeks and weeks. It treats that trend line as support. I love that. So we do it live. We do it.
You know, it's so wild, Basil. I feel like I'm right back in drafting class at Boston Tech because I love that. Do you know what I mean? And
it's exactly right.
And totally, man. It's like, okay, yeah.
And so the techniques that I choose to use, they are accumulative. So it sounds like, oh my God, what is he? But if you just go one step at a time, I'm always looking at the cup or the arch formation. And look at this 1 minute chart. Look how many times it's made the cup, then the arch. Look at the beautiful symmetry between the left side and the right side. Look at this on the upside. So that's what we'll be teaching. I'll be doing this both live in the 1 minute, 2 minute, and 5 minute and 10 minute charts. And I'll be doing the fixed charts like we're looking at right here. And I'll explain how we can go. For instance, you were talking about strength. Even with this all going on right now, there's still internal strength. Well, look, if I go to the Dow, I love to go to time frame. So the weekly time frame, you didn't even have to worry about it. You go to the daily time frame. Well, the Dow's worked very hard to get to the 200 period moving average. If that magnet keeps holding it, even if there are sharp pullbacks, but it keeps coming back, I can start saying, you know what? There's a down channel here in the weekly chart, and look, this is called the Chapman wave inside track repellent zone. Look how many times the price was repelled. Look how many times it was propelled. Now it's broken out, and now for 2 weeks, it's actually 3 weeks, we're just above this line. The MACD is starting to improve. The stochastics improve. So yeah, I see strength. I don't see strength to break out, but I see strength in support on sell-offs. And you can see that even today. Look, the Dow's only 40 points down. The S&P's down 14. There was every excuse to really get blasted, and so far it hasn't. I think they're waiting for the Fed, but you can see we're building some nice support levels. So we go time frame to time frame. Simple techniques that I use all the time. If you haven't got it, some software packages don't have the capability to make an arch or a cup formation, but you can use straight lines. You don't have to use the arch. And most of the time, I'm drawing this in so that people can see it. I mean, I can visually see the line with, as you say, engineering school. If you're looking at these charts, you get to pick these pictures become very, very obvious after a while. So I go from the naked chart, just bare chart, a bare chart, and we add all these different things. And you can add and subtract all the time. Where would you, like Apple right now, if you were long, I'd say you can take a little bit off just as a cushion, but it's holding very well. And then there's a gap, so there's your support level. I mean, there are so many things that we'll be looking at all the time. I always say the Chapman wave is the waveform that never sleeps.
That's right.
Yeah.
And folks, it's very easy to get in the workshop. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right under the featured content. You get Mr. Basil Chapman live all-day webinar. And remember something, folks, okay? If you can't make it live, it's archived. So you can go over it as many times as you want, because even when you take it, you're going to want to go over it, because then you really understand it, and you can just look at it and understand where you are inside of the market. Basil, you have a great one, safe one. I look forward to the workshop tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tom. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We just got that S&P. It just broke that line, folks. Bottom line is it's going to get interesting now. It's been trying to do it all day. Backing away. Now you get 41-48 game, and we're at 41-28. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 52. You got the Nasdaq off 138. S&Ps are down 15.5. Let's get a Jose in Lakeland. Jose, what's going on, brother?
Hey there, Tom. I missed Basil Chapman, also known as the father of Fibonacci. I have to go back to the archives later and check his what he had to say today. Hey, how about that recession we had? Whew, that was a close call. What did it last? 12 hours and 30 minutes?
I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah.
Boy, I mean, there may be inflation. The people are out. The restaurants are filled to the brims at night. Parks are filled. The highways are jammed with cars. I don't know what's going on with this recession, but doesn't seem like there's one. Hey, I have a hypothetical. If everybody in the trading universe adopted your ABC, which included Fibonacci, it included everything that makes up swing trading. If everybody in the trading universe did that, you would not have a market. Don't you need dumb money?
Well, this is an awesome question, man. So check this out, folks. So picture when we started this, right? Well, first off, what happened is that the ABC structure, I'm not sure who actually started the ABC, because all technical analysis, folks, is off other people. That's, we all have our own ideas of it, okay? My deal came from Wyckoff. You mix and match this, and what ended up happening, Wyckoff didn't have Fibonacci. I put Wyckoff together with Fibonacci, and so to answer your question, that's exactly where my head went even 25 years ago, right? I'm saying to myself, okay, man, now let's fast forward. So when the Fed just kept putting bread in, there's no doubt we had markets continue to go higher, higher, higher with no volume, and, the system was bogus, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, you kept going higher. Now, it's been clicking in a big way for a good year and a half now, meaning consistent, right? So I think the markets are just so large that, the bottom line is that we all, are trying to find what is consistent. But if I've learned anything, that it is consistent, and people have different ideas about how you should trade, and people trade a lot of different ways. So,
right, but you need that people to trade differently, because if you're on a boat and the entire
yes, you do.
crew and passengers are leaning on one side of the boat,
absolutely.
You need dumb money on the other side. There may be two people on the other side of the boat, and
I wouldn't
everyone's
call it
laughing
dumb
at
money, because what happens is that there's plenty of theories, about how you should be trading. And we all know that when you look at history, man, the bottom line is that there's no, real geniuses out there in the aspect. I mean, the geniuses that are out there really was the guy Simmons from, the geniuses are the people, folks, that have set up the systems like Griffin, that they're just working on the spread. So they're really not trading. What they're doing, they're picking pennies at a time, but they're picking billions and billions of pennies. You see what I'm saying? So,
yes.
That's kind of where I stand on the deal. But it's a great question, because it's very relevant, meaning that, okay, if you know that you're going to basically, buy a C point of an ABC structure up, it's like, okay, well, let the C finish and then jam it, right? But,
yeah. Look, I think the A to B portion is pretty reliable, but I don't think I'd give a buffalo nickel for the C to D.
Well, the hardest part is if you're into the A to B, you're in heaven. Do you know what I mean? That's the reality. Most times, you don't know the thing has moved yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Realistically, you see the A to B happen, you buy the pullback with lighter volume, and you're going for the B point and going for the C to D. But I get it.
Yeah.
Listen, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. What has happened also, now this is what's so intriguing, and we're gonna bring this back to your first response about the recession, because I'm right with you, man. I think that we're clean, man. I think people are gonna be hurting. There's no doubt about that. But I think what happened here is this: there's so much cash, and a lot of people saved their cash, and there's more cash than there are still goods. Now, the inflation part of it, my take is that everything went up like 30%, but that was it, and we have leveled out for 3 or 4 months now. That's what I'm seeing, even in the business. Okay, so if that's the case, then what we have is that the folks that are basically 40 years and younger, and that's 35 basically is the beginning of people making money, big money. Okay. And there's more of those than there were baby boomers. So that's telling me that, guess what? There's just more demand than there is supply. If there's more demand than supply, bottom line, you're going to go to higher price. So
yes. Tom, the big number comes out tomorrow morning, 8:30.
Right.
You're calling for an up market. You said there's more upside. Okay. So they're either going to ignore, the number's either going to come in benign in the market rallies, or they're going to ignore the number. Because I'm long cadence right now. Does this thing want 200, Tom?
So let's take a look. You get cadence, and so check it out, folks. You get the chip stocks that are down. Cadence is not moving. And the main reason, folks, would be this, okay? This is a very sophisticated company that designs high-end chips, okay? So what you have here is that you are pushing in. Okay, so let's see this. Let me put this on. I don't like that downdraft that you did, but we didn't break a swing point. Let me put this on a weekly.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. But the swing trading.
Oh no, this is good. No, it's breaking, man. No, Jose. No. Look at how this pushed on a weekly, man. Yeah, it wants to go, man. This wants to break that 197, that 192. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's what I wanted to hear, Tom. That's what I wanted to hear.
I hope I'm right, man. You have a great one and a safe one, man. Okay, thanks. You get. Let me show you this break, though. This is pretty cool, man. This is unusual when this happens because this should have broke earlier, but it's not got away from this yet. Okay, so let's just take a look at this for a second. We pull this back. So here's the break. It's coming back in to test the break right now. That's what it's doing. That's a pretty cool break. Oh, look at it. It had volume on the break too. You had 22,000 contracts on the break. So that's a good setup on that break. There's no doubt about it. We'll see whether it can get some follow through. Let's go to Alan in Boston. Alan, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
Good. Thanks. Listen, I had a question. I wanted you to take a look at XBI again for me, but I was wondering, to follow up on the question that you were just talking about with the recession and everything. I know you'd always talked about capitulation and that we hadn't seen any capitulation yet. Would you anticipate the Fed, say the CPI number came back hotter than it's been? Would you be surprised if the Fed bumped up rates higher than what they've been doing, the 0.5 and 0.75?
I don't see that happening, and this is why. So Powell's been very transparent on like where this is going to go. I think where the market is, meaning I think the market understands that the Fed's going to keep raising rates. And the market has figured out, that, okay, you can keep raising rates, but I want to consolidate or start going higher. Here, just stay there for a second, Alan. We're going to be right back, okay?
All right.
Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You have the Dow Industrials, folks, down 46. Nasdaq's off 146. S&Ps are off 17. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Vista Gold owns and operates the largest undeveloped gold project in Australia, the Mount Todd Gold Project. Vista Gold just completed their feasibility study, resulting in a 7 million ounce gold reserve. Vista Gold has all major permits approved and has retained CIBC capital market assistance in evaluating alternatives and in completing an accretive transaction. Vista Gold trades on the NYSE American and TSX under the ticker symbol VGZ. Vista Gold, executing a strategy to create shareholder value.
This coming Wednesday, August 10th, Basil Chapman will be hosting an all-day live webinar from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. Eastern Time, where he'll be presenting the technical tools based on the Chapman Wave methodology, a full in-depth course on his entire trading system. Over the 5 hours of live education, Basil will discuss studying and practicing entry and exit points, assessing where to add or subtract from positions, utilizing simple technical tools for holding positions longer, taking bear charts and adding notations, tools, and patterns, as well as identifying 3 core formations that repeat in every time frame, and much more. When you sign up, you get a chart booklet emailed to you immediately to start studying, and you gain access to his daily newsletter, The Opening Call, a $149 value. The cost to attend is only $295, and the full 5 hours will be archived. Don't miss this live special event Wednesday, August 10th with Basil Chapman. For all the details and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com right now. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now trading down 54. You get the Nasdaq off 142. S&Ps are off 17.5. We're talking with Alan from Boston. We're talking about the XBI, folks. The XBI, this is the ETF structure inside the biotechs. Inside the biotechs, one of the largest holdings go like this. Okay, oh, that's interesting, man. Wow, look at this. So the XB.
So I bought it. I had asked you about it before, Tom, and I had looked at it. I had started looking at it at 60, with the understanding that it might go to 40, but saw that it had kind of been down around that 60 mark a couple of times. And so I waited and I ended up buying it. I think I got it at 79. And I'm just holding it because the volume here recently looks great.
Yeah. So let's look at, let's look at this. And this is what you have. This is what happens with this equity. So the ETF structure. You're absolutely right. Thank God you bought it, Alan. Didn't pay attention to me because the bottom line is that, well, here, there's two different things going on here. This looks awesome on a daily and on a weekly, okay?
On this occasion.
No, listen, it looks awesome on a daily and a weekly, okay? On a weekly, the bottom line, it's an ABC structure up to 201, okay? Because you can see last week, monster volume, 71 million. You took out 56. It's a 24.A to B. And you're talking about, let me just get this straight, 80, 20 is 100, 105. So it's 105 A to B equals C to D, right? Okay. So you're only at 91. Now, when I put it on the monthly, this is where it gets dicey. Because when you put it on the monthly, it's like, okay, you're going to see that, you know, you're still hanging out here with that $61 high volume low.
Yeah.
Last month, we only did 255 million versus 287 versus 316. So this is kind of where you're going to get the flack, but it doesn't mean that you can't get the 105 first. Do you know what I'm saying? That's where they kind of set up. That's what it's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Tom, just to with the question I asked you before, so you don't see a Volcker move with a surprise 1.5 basis point hike from the Fed?
I don't.
Because you're saying
I see a continual though. So watch this. Let's look at this for a second. So right now, if we go over to the Fed fund rate, right? Right now, the top of the Fed fund rate, folks, is 2.5. If you're watching Tiger TV, it says 2.25 is the bottom, 2.5 is the top. And what that is that's bank to bank, okay? I do see that, you know, getting up until like 4, you know, maybe 4 1/4.
Okay.
But it looks to me, so watch what happens here, that when you actually take, let's picture they're saying that the inflation was running, well, at 9% or something like this, right? When you start dealing with inflation, what you want to do is you're going to take the Fed. So what we're going to talk about right now, folks, is this, is that what is the true interest rate structure when you're actually borrowing money? Well, if you take the Fed fund rate and you take the inflation rate And that still gets you in a negative rate. You see what I'm saying? Because if inflation is running at 7 or 8 and you're 2.5, well, get right. You're making 5% peak on your money anyway.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of where I feel that it is. And the main reason that I'm so bullish is that, and this would be to answer your question about the basically throwing in the towel on the way down, is that we didn't see that. That's for sure. We did not see that at all. What we saw was that it was a very fast move down, and then we tested those lows like time after time after time. And when you do that, the market gets exhausted. So, it looks to me, if you take that together, folks, with the aspect that when you have inflation, and this is one of the main reasons that you should stay a bull most of your life, because the reality is that everything always gets more expensive. The numbers are always going to go up, okay? That's just how life goes. So when you take inflation and the numbers go up, you can see that these companies, when they're coming out with their numbers, some of these numbers look pretty good, some of them are bad. They should actually be a lot better, but the market's looking at them because if we went, if you have 9 or 10% inflation and they went up on their prices by, 15%, well, guess what? Those numbers should be exponential because the bottom line is that you get a 15% raise or 10% raise, and what has happened is that, they might be selling less stuff, but the gross is coming in the same. So, hey, we'll see where
I explained to my son the other day, I said, I don't see prices coming down. Because what's the motivation for a restaurant to lower its prices if people are coming in and filling the restaurant and paying whatever they've, the new price on a meal? I mean, the only way they're going to lower the prices is if people stop coming, and that hasn't happened yet.
No, and my take is it's not going to. And also, we definitely have a shift in the aspect. Labor now is very valuable, and I suspect what we're going to see is that you're going to have less folks opening up retail places because you could have the best idea in the world, but if you don't have the labor coming in, taking care of your clients, serving your clients on a continual basis, you're not going to have a business. So I think what we're going to see is that you're not going to see as many restaurants open. You're not going to see all of that because the fact of the matter is that if you have an entrepreneur spirit, every single time that you go to look to do something, you say, okay, how many people do I need? Well, I need 5 for this. Well, that's not going to work. I need 5 people, 16 hours a day. They're not out there. They're not out there, because they're not out there. So that's telling me that there'll be less places for the next 3 or 4 years, whatever, until everything gets straightened out, meaning people get used to it, and then the younger kids are going to have to go to work. Then that's going to be a trip in itself. That's a whole nother story.
Absolutely.
But I think and I think, as I said a little bit earlier, I think people really, when we all change, we changed our habits. We didn't have much choice, right? So what has happened is that you use money for different things now, and it's like, it seemed, that's my take on it, man. So,
do you see housing prices going down at all, Tom?
I see that
going up.
I see them stabilizing. So this is what normally happens inside this is what I think is going to happen here, is that if you have if you're in a major thoroughfare that people want what you have, they'll stay stable. They might pull back a little. If you're off of that beat, meaning that, let's say that, you're just not in the best of the best or whatever, that's going to get less. There's no doubt. But less is not, we're talking less, maybe 5-10% or something like that, because the rent structure has got so big, it's dramatic. And, I don't know if you, and what has happened is the housing market is so diabolical. We need 2.3 million single families this year. We're not going to get them, as we haven't got them in the last 10 years. So the less that we get, the more that people have to rent. The more that people rent, the more housing's worth.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cooking, brother. Have a great one, man.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Dow right now is down 52. Nasdaq's up 144. S&P's down 17. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 69. You get the NASDAQ off 152. S&Ps are off 19. So let's go take a look at the indice volume out here. Inside the NYSE, we're dealing with 516 million. Did 879 yesterday. That'll do about 850. Inside the composite, the NASDAQ composite, we are dealing with 4.6. That's going to come in. That'll come in about 5 billion. So let me just look at the composite for a second. So we pull the whole composite up. Okay, so let's see what this is. I want to see what's going. We're going into the third. Okay, so what's the third? This is. Okay, so we're correlating the third, so we did 5. There's no way, man. See, we're going into 5.6 billion, and you've only done 4.6 billion right now. You still have no sellers, man. That's the bottom line. If we take a look at the SPY, what do you have out here? It's gonna, it's no doubt it's tricky right here, but you go into the SPY, we get 38 million shares. We went to a high yesterday with 15.4, and you're coming into 67. Yeah. We look at the NDX 100, the 3 Qs. What do we do with the 3 Qs? 3 Qs right here, we are doing 36 million. Yesterday you went higher with 44, and you're coming into 53. That's quite a contraction. Now, here, check this out, man, because this is pretty cool. So, 315.99 was the rejection. It got down to 315.42. That bar was 315.99. You're at 317, man. That says we're going higher, man. This is going to be a trip, though. This is The CPI, no doubt, is a big deal, man. And, you know, you can understand why so many bulls and bears, because we're teetering right at that point. We're at those swings with two separate swings. The bottom line is that if it's going to make it, it has to make it with wide price spread and accelerated volume. Now, CPI is going to do it, either up or down. Always remember, folks, the bear can claw your heart out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Health, happiness, and prosperity. Have a great night, folks. Have a safe night. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 o'clock in the morning. Don't forget about Basil's workshop, okay? Outstanding workshop. Go to TFNN. Sign up for it right now. It starts tomorrow morning. Have a great one, folks. Look at them.